I hear the children screaming, my footsteps upon their blood. What has happened for people to forsake friendship like this and brotherhood? They will speak their minds. They will take their risks. I hear the massacred weeping, walked upon their broken bones. My only hope, that it shall stop and no more lives will be lost. Death's fears make tongues still, and silence creates an empty chill. I hear the hungry crying, crying, while I covet their meagre food. Ask why they are not being fed, because of the national mood. I hear the hungry dying, dying, while we pass by on the other side. Ask they why they are not alive, because of the national mood. In your mind, the doors are closed until the question of self arose. Hello, welcome to the All Colours Poetry Broadcast. With me, your host, Gary Oliver. Yes, it's more poetry this week from the Urban Arts Centre right here in sorry old Staffordshire, Stoke-on-Trent. And I'll kick off with that one because of the people in Ukraine and the suffering that they're going after, that they are going through at the moment. And I think it's beginning to reveal itself now, and why, and people are becoming educated on why actually this war is taking place. And that this war was made some years ago with Trump, Putin, and Borisovich Johnson, who decided not to arm Ukraine and to starve Ukraine of any help and to leave the way open and leave them completely defenseless against Putin's war machine. Trapped in a diplomatic art, lonely with people around, trying so much to be a part of the ever-present crowd. Everyone wants to talk to you. Nobody really wants you. However, they will all call whatever they will call the best times of their lives. Trapped in your own mind, longing to speak out, held back by past crimes, to take a breath and shout. Nobody really wants you to do. Nobody really wants you. Although they will all say, I ate from the golden tray, and swear they were the ones. They weren't the ones, of course, at all. Half of them weren't even there. So, yeah. Well, guys, I haven't noticed lately, but I'm not an oligarch. I don't know if you've noticed that. I don't look like an oligarch. I don't walk like an oligarch. I don't talk like an oligarch. Therefore, I am not an oligarch. However, most of my funds, bank accounts, have been frozen. I don't know about yours, whether you can get money from A to B or get paid for anything that you do, but we can't seem to lately here. Perhaps it's just me. Perhaps I'm like under sanctions and, you know what I mean? I am an oligarch. Perhaps I am. And I didn't even know it, eh? Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, I'm just going to read a couple from my book, Dear Love Power. It's my new book. It's out right now. And also on Lulu. And I want to say a big thumbs up to those guys, Lulu. You know, they're the only people that are not that greedy that they've lost their minds. You know, sometimes greed, you can get that greedy, you actually lose perspective. You actually lose your mind, you know, and you get that greedy, you actually do yourself, you know, and that's what a lot of people are like. But those guys at Lulu are not like that. And so I want to say a big thumbs up to those guys at Lulu. And don't forget, you can get now Wooden Indians, the COP edition that was printed specially for COP, and all the COP delegates had a copy of it and really loved it. It really inspired them, and so you could too can get a copy of Wooden Indians, a special edition of COP with forewords by Extinction Rebellion and Global Witness, and you can get a copy on Lulu right now. And don't forget, also out now on Lulu is also Sonnets of Solace, and we'll kill two birds with one stone. Well, we won't kill two birds with one stone because I don't like just hurting birds at all for no real apparent reason. So we're just going to have two birds in the hand with one thing, yeah? And we're going to read from Dear Love Power. Dear Love, this is called. That's the signature poem of the book. You see me from above, dear love. That's the up finger. I offer you my glove, dear love. I'm trapped in your gaze, lost in your maze, yet free, dear love. I fly gainst seven magpie. I fly gainst seven magpie. You record from entertainment, dear love. I offer you my inspiration, dear love. Caught in our fame, not knowing blame. See my passive action? Your futile attraction. You know what my name is, dear love. I offer you echoes of a game, dear love. In the dark corners of your cloaked tower, my dear love, I accept your flattered shower. And that's the signature for the book. Now, I want to read you this poem. It's called White Lady. I'm not sure I read it last week, but I think it's a great poem. And it's about a lady that unfortunately met her demise in the south of Ireland. And and they never found out what happened to her, you know. And she was an heiress to a big fortune, and she'd had enough, and she decided to go and live in Ireland and live the simple life in a little croft. And one day, somebody come along, nice person, don't know if it was a fella, but nice person, and bumped her off. We never got to the bottom of it, but this is about her, yeah? My heart still belongs in Three Castles End, where the rocks meet the sea and the moon meets the land, where silhouettes make shadows gainst crags beyond the meadows, and the lighthouse fleets to see the truth of what was and is to be. I strayed from the trodden path, followed stars to a destined place. Against river's flow I began to glow, nothing but starlight on my face. Oh, she drifted in from the shore, like a silent, shimmering, silky mist. She glided towards my darkness, and I sensed her chill upon my lips. I held her there, but for a moment, such a brief and elusive instant, in arms, vapours of a white lady, and imagined her ghostly kiss. And that's the White Lady from the book Dear Love Power. You can get it on Lulu now, and I'm just gonna kill two birds because I've put in this book two sonnets. I'm not cheating. Two sonnets from the Sonnets of Solace, and I've only put them in because they're a sort of anti-love poem, you know. And so let me just fire it up for you. And this is sonnets 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, and sonnets 10, 20, 30, 40, 42. Yeah? Several days in which you have refused or made clear enough to me your views. Evidently, the crime I committed to give all to you is one that you consider unforgivable. I was mistaken, thinking you were devoted. I now see how immature of me, wrong that I was. Oh, how immature to assume you could be trusted. It has become so true that you, me, no, never loved, or even respected me to keep a simple promise. To explain my folly, your cruel, malevolent actions, you might perhaps consider that I might feel upset. But in passing, it is the time I wasted I now regret. Oh, gotta hurt, that has. Gotta hurt. Somebody says that to you. It's gotta hurt, kid. It's gotta hurt. Yeah? Here we go. Sonnet 42. Yeah? It's from the book Deal of Power, but they're also in Sonnets of Solace. I'm not cheating. It's just that it works. I want people to get a certain view of what I'm trying to say. So these poems do it in this book at this point in time, if you'll understand. And don't forget, they are part of the code that people should try to break. There is a code embedded in Sonnets of Solace, don't forget. Yeah? So, wrenchingly sick, I am forced to consider the way you sadistically and cravenly lied. Maybe you think you have left a black empty void. The sands of times themselves are unable to heal. In my situation, many would be unconsolable. But you have no fear. This is not the case with me. Your callous, hateful act left me emotionally dead. I am unable to feel the sickening betrayal inflicted, reacting to your poison with cold disdain. If I find within me my brazen, frozen abyss, that is my soul, a spark of hatred, I would towards you direct. I have no desire for revenge. Your heart is too small a target. Oh, you've got to, it's got to, it's got to hurt, kid. That has got to hurt. Anyway, that is from the book Sonnets of Solace. There is poems, and they're, they are food for your mental health. That's what it's all about, isn't it? So please buy a copy. Now, the last poem I want to do is because everybody's talking about the war crimes in Ukraine. Everybody now. And it said that what we have found out in this last 2 years, and I don't think anybody can really deny it, really. What we have found out is who are the real murderers. Murderers! Oh, they're murderers! Whoa! Who are the real murderers? Who are the real intruders? The real movers, the real shakers, the real burglars, the real thieves, the real muggers? Who are the real them, the real they, the real ones that we all have to pay through the nose? Fuel, energy bills, food prices going through the roof, yeah, just because somebody wants a war. Have you noticed, hang on a sec, have you noticed that every time something happens, the poor people are asked to pay and the rich people make more money? It doesn't matter if it's COVID, if it's a war, if it's Brexit, whatever it is, it comes down to poor people footing the bill and rich people making money out of it. And even if you manage to make a bit of money out of something, they want to give you the money, they shut down your bank account. What's going on? Who are the real them, the real they, the real ones that have got our money? Who are the real deceivers, the real receivers, the real raconteurs, the real conners, the real fraudsters, gangsters and dealers? Because it ain't me. Who are the real them? Who are the real they? The real ones that we must pay? The real deal with the spiel. Don't squeal. Who are the real villains, the real outlaws, the real Jezebels, the real infidels, the real rebels, devils, and criminals? Who are they? I think we'll leave it at that today because don't start me off, Doc. Don't start me.